Coming up, a full guide to the first Epcot event of the year, the Festival of the Arts. Disney presents Beyond the Kingdoms.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's main show of Beyond the Kingdoms. As you can see, I'm doing things a little bit differently today, but don't worry. This week's episode is still full of great information for your next trip to Disney World. And this week, we're talking about Festival of the Arts. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, but let's not waste any more time and take a look at this week's show.
Festival of the Arts is the first Epcot event of the year, and it's the park's newest festival. It first debuted in 2017, and like many Epcot festivals when first starting out, it was only offered on the weekends in its initial year. In 2018, the event expanded with some offerings available every day of the week, and some only on the weekends. But for 2019, Disney has announced that the popular Disney on Broadway Concert series will take place every night of the festival, finally making Festival of the Arts a full-fledged Epcot event. This year, the festival will take place over the course of 39 days, starting on January 18th and running all the way up to February 25th. This is included in your park ticket, so there's no additional cost to experience this. Like all Epcot events, World Showcase will be dotted with food studios, where you can sample stunning plates of food. This year, all 13 food studios will be returning, and there are a total of 12 new dishes to sample. But best of all, the entire park features beautiful works of art to enjoy. This is my favorite Epcot event of the year. I even think that it rivals Food and Wine. And I think it's the most underrated event at Disney World.
Okay, so like any Epcot event, there's a lot to cover in today's guide. And I want to first talk about activities. I'm talking about a big range of stuff from activities for kids to seminars that the adults will enjoy as well. Festival of the Arts is really well balanced between entertainment, activities, and food. But it's these hands-on experiences that really set it apart from the rest. Which is why I want to start by talking about the Festival Showplace. Since this event is a smaller one, the Festival Center, or in this case the Festival Showplace, is located in the Odyssey. This is that hexagon-shaped building in between Test Track and the Mexico Pavilion, and it's the perfect jumping off point for the day. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you that there is always a beautiful mini art gallery inside the Festival Showplace. The first year of the festival, this gallery was split up into two sections. There was one featuring artwork by Herb Ryman, and a second featuring stunning art pieces by Mary Blair. If you're like me and not only love Disney history, but also like to see the beginnings of Disney movies, attractions, and theme parks, you're going to love this. Disney concept art has always fascinated me, and I think it's really special that you get to see these pieces up close. Now, there is a food studio inside the Festival Showplace, but I did say that I want to start with activities. So let's take a look at some of the workshops and seminars that take place in here.
There are 3 levels of workshops and seminars that take place in the Odyssey. Some are free and some are at an extra cost. Every day of the festival, there is a free 30-minute seminar that takes place at 11:30 a.m. The topics covered are always different. Sometimes you may get a photographer talking about different techniques and tricks you can use when taking travel pictures. Or you may get an Imagineer talking about how animatronics are designed and built. Next we have one of my favorites, the Animation Academy. This one is pretty popular and fun for the whole family. This is a free workshop where you get to sit down and learn how to draw a Disney character from an animator. This takes place several times a day, and it's best to check your times guide for the most up-to-date details. Last year, I noted that it took place up to 9 times a day, from the afternoon into the evening hours, the first one beginning at 2:30. This one gets pretty busy, so it's not a bad idea to jump in here earlier in the day and sign up for one of the workshops. And finally, we have additional hands-on workshops that you can participate in at an extra cost. These paid-for workshops mainly take place over the weekend, from Friday to Monday, and always at 1:30 p.m. Again, like the free seminars, there is a wide range of topics covered here, from learning how to arrange flowers to calligraphy. The one I'm going to try out this year is offered the most, and it focuses on ink and paint animation. In this workshop, you get to create your very own ink and paint cell under the supervision of a professional. And in the end, you have a very unique souvenir to take home. All of these paid-for workshops cost $39, and there's a small discount available for annual pass holders. I will leave a link in the description below for you to look at the full list of the free and paid-for workshops and seminars available at the Festival Showplace.
Now, the Festival Showplace is not the only location where you can get involved in making some art. Dotted around World Showcase are other activities that you can participate in. And a really cute one is the Expression section. This is essentially an oversized paint-by-numbers mural, and it's located at the very front of World Showcase Lagoon. This one is really good if you're pressed for time because it only takes a couple of minutes versus the longer workshops in the Showplace. There's usually a small booth where cast members will set you up with some paint, and you can head on over to the mural and fill in some squares. And in the past, you got to take home a free postcard of the same mural. Also around World Showcase, you'll find what's called artful photo ops. These are really popular, so don't be surprised when you see a long line at these. Some of the countries have a photo op where you can step into a painting and get your picture taken with a PhotoPass photographer. If you have Memory Maker, this is a really good picture to get because it's something you won't find anywhere else and only offered at this event. For example, you can get your picture taken with George Washington crossing the Delaware in the American Adventure Pavilion. And if you're familiar with famous paintings, you may also like Figment's Brush with the Masters. This is the festival's scavenger hunt, and it's a great way to keep kids entertained on a day at Epcot. Hidden inside each country, you'll find a recreation of a famous painting, with Figment hidden inside. If you purchase a scavenger hunt map, you can mark each painting that you find and collect a prize at the end. Now, the first year of the festival, the prize was a Figment magnet, and last year we got a limited edition pin. So, since these prizes are a little bit better than most, the cost is a little higher at $8.99. But remember, annual pass holders do get a discount.
Pass holders, you'll also be able to pick up this free Figment magnet on your first trip to the festival at either Mouse Gear or the Port of Entry store at the front of the lagoon. You'll also get a special discount on festival merchandise, as well as the chance to buy exclusive pass holder items. Between January 18th and January 26th, you'll also be able to purchase a limited time cookie at Taste Track featuring the purple dinosaur. And finally, pass holders will get a special 10% discount for the Disney on Broadway Concert dining packages. And if you book a package between now and January 31st at either Beer Garden Restaurant or Coral Reef Restaurant, that 10% will get bumped up to 20%.
But perhaps the best activity to do in World Showcase is getting to stroll the lagoon and visiting the festival market.
This is a standout feature of the Festival of the Arts. Aside from food booths, the lagoon is filled with pop-up markets featuring a huge variety of artists selling their artwork. The best part is that many artists are actually at the booths themselves and able to sign souvenirs, answer questions, and even show off some skills. Disney has stated that over 50 artists are participating in the event this year. If you're a Disney art collector, you'll adore this.
Alright, now no Epcot event is complete without food, right? Well, Festival of the Arts is no exception. This year, we have all 13 food studios returning, and most of these are naturally themed to the countries in which they are located in. What makes the food at this event unique is the presentation. Back when this event first debuted, Disney made a big effort to focus on visual aesthetics of the dishes, since this is a festival influenced by visual art. Sometimes the dishes are not very practical, but most of them are really stunning. Now there are no new booths this year, and none have gone away. But there is a small collection of about 12 new dishes for 2019. And some of them are decadent delights, like the chocolate peanut butter pretzel crunch. And over at Masterpiece Kitchen in Canada, we have the new vanilla rosewater and pistachio panna cotta. That looks really beautiful and sounds delicious. I would like to note that this is my favorite food studio of them all because they also serve a wild mushroom risotto with Parmesan cheese. It is delicious and I still dream about it. Like always, I'll be giving you guys a Foodie Friday review of some of my favorite dishes at this year's festival, so stay tuned for that. But if you want a full rundown of the menus, I again will leave a link in the description below. But let's move on to the final aspect of this festival and the best, entertainment.
Like I said earlier, Festival of the Arts is very well balanced. And that's what makes it so great. It's not like Food and Wine that is all about trying out food, or Flower and Garden, which is heavily focused on the floral displays. Festival of the Arts has fun activities, beautiful food, and fantastic entertainment. There are two main stages where you can catch some shows. The first being the Fountain View stage in the heart of Future World. This stage actually offers 3 different mini shows throughout the day. One that I think is really touching is the Performing Arts Showcase. This features different local school bands performing music sets. I think it's great that Disney reaches out to the local community for this event. Again, the actual groups always change, but there will be 2 performances each day, one at 9:50 a.m. and the second at 10:55. Next, we have Art Defying Gravity. This is simply a small acrobatic performance with 2 artists showing off their physical talents. These guys will usually perform 4 times a day at 1 p.m., 2:05, 3:15, and 4:45. And third, we have something that is truly impressive: visual art in performance. Twice a day on the weekends, an artist takes to the stage and creates a beautiful work of art at lightning speed in just a few minutes. This can be seen Friday through Monday, usually at both 12 p.m. and 4 p.m. And just a few steps in front of the stage, you can get up close to some art with the living statues. These beautiful performance artists are inspired by some of Epcot's Future World pavilions and provide a fun opportunity for some photos. The living statues come out several times throughout the day from 11:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
But the crown jewel piece of entertainment for Festival of the Arts is the Disney on Broadway Concert series. If there's any aspect of this festival that you cannot miss, it's this. And new for 2019, Disney has announced that the concerts will extend to 7 days a week for the entire festival. I know that for Festival of the Holidays, I mentioned how Candlelight Processional was the hot ticket in town for Epcot. That show is certainly the most popular at the American Gardens Theater. But I actually think that this Broadway concert is better.
Each night at the American Gardens Theater, a pair of Broadway stars will take to the stage and sing some of the best songs from different Disney Broadway musicals. From longtime hits like The Lion King to the new Frozen musical. And some of these performers are incredible award-winning actors. Even if you don't like theater, you'll definitely enjoy this, because even if you're unfamiliar with the performers themselves, you'll love listening to these classic Disney songs.
This year, we have a total of 6 pairs of performers, and half of them are new. The first new pair for 2019 is Meredith Inglesby and Steve Blanchard. Steve is known for playing the Beast in the Broadway version of Beauty and the Beast for over 8 years. This pair will perform on January 20th, 21st, 24th, 25th, and 27th. The next new pair is great for Aladdin fans. Ariel Jacobs and Adam Jacobs are both known for starring in the Broadway show of Aladdin. Ariel is currently playing Princess Jasmine in New York, so she's clearly taking a break to be here at Disney. This pair will perform on January 28th and 29th, as well as February 1st, 2nd, 5th, 6th, and 9th. And our final new pair includes a personal favorite. Heidi Blinkenstaff from the Disney Channel original movie Freaky Friday, and Gavin Lee, who is most known for originating the role of Bert in both the West End and Broadway production of Mary Poppins. If it's anyone to catch, it's this guy, because he is incredible. Now this pair will take to the stage on January 30th and 31st, as well as February 3rd, 4th, 7th, 8th, and 10th.
For a full list of all of the other performers, again, I'll leave a link in the description below. Now this show will take place 3 times a night at 5:30 p.m., 6:45, and 8 p.m. Sadly, FastPass Plus is not available for this, and it seems that there will be no annual pass holder reservation opportunity like the first year of the festival had. However, because of the time of year, it is fairly easy to get a good seat at this show. I say that with some small hesitation because I also think that this event has not grown in popularity yet. And I think not enough people know that this concert even takes place. So just get there early just to be safe. I promise you, this is the best piece of live entertainment you'll ever get at Disney.
Like all event concerts, there is a dining package available that comes with reserved seating to the show. But let me be honest with you. If you're visiting during the weekdays and not too close to Martin Luther King weekend or President's Day weekend, you may not necessarily need a dining package to get yourself a seat to the show. And to be honest, the restaurants that participate in this are not my favorites.
Unlike performances like the Eat to the Beat concert at Food and Wine, only 5 restaurants offer the dining package for the Broadway concert. They are the Royal Banquet Hall in Norway, Beer Garden in Germany, Coral Reef Restaurant in Future World, Garden Grill in the Land, and the Rose and Crown Pub Dining Room in the UK. The 2 character meal locations offer the package for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, while the remaining 3 only offer the package at lunch and dinner. And of course, the price varies based on where you eat. The cheapest option being Garden Grill for breakfast at $49 for adults and $30 for kids. The most expensive being dinner at the Princess Character Meal in Norway at $73 for adults and $44 for kids. And if you're on the dining plan, this dining package counts as 2 table service meal credits. I don't quite believe that's the best use of the dining plan because all of these restaurants usually count as just 1 table service meal credit, but I'll let you decide on what's best. And to be perfectly honest, the 2 character meals, especially Garden Grill, are the best options in my opinion if you're paying out of pocket. Because it's only a small upcharge from the normal price, about $7 to be exact. So I say only do the dining package if you were already planning on eating at one of these locations. Otherwise, seeing the show standby is not too difficult to do.
So there you have it, my friends, our first Beyond the Kingdoms main show of the new year. A complete guide to the 2019 Festival of the Arts at Epcot. If you enjoy the arts but you hate the crowds at Epcot, then this is the event for you. I said it once, but I'm going to say it again. I adore this festival. I actually think it's the best one at Epcot. Food and Wine is fantastic, but it's starting to get a little bit too crowded for me. And Festival of the Arts is exquisitely well balanced between the activities, food, and entertainment. Stay tuned next week when I give you my review, top tips, and of course, a look at the food. But that will have to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, if you can dream it, you can do it.